If we attack you, those people will quickly become your hostages.
He's taking... Whoa.
Fear us, or rally behind us as you see fit. We are the
Interesting.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to episode 8 of Code Geass, stage 8, The Black Knights.
The Black Knights. This reminds me of the White Knight Awakens episode. So is Lelouch gonna raise that army he was talking about?
Smart. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on some more chess minutia?
Yeah. Maybe this is a reach, but like knights move in an L shape, so it's like a 2-step movement, so maybe like a 2-step plan.
Maybe. Oh, okay, a little thematic guessing. I thought you were gonna say lights move in an L movement. L stands for Lelouch. If you're excited for this episode of Code Geass and more, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait, want to go ahead and see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon and they're extended 10 to 15 minute extra long forms. Are we excited for episode 8 of Code Geass?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Sinister start.
Lelouch, a Britannian youth, has been given a godlike power by the mysterious young woman, C2. Geass.
Okay, they call it C, so okay, it's C2 is what they refer to, even though it's CC.
All right.
For the sake of his younger sister, Nonali, Lelouch plots to destroy the Holy Britannian Empire. His best friend from childhood, Suzaku Kururugi, has established himself as an honorary Britannian within the Empire. Their lives are already intertwined and their destinies predetermined with inevitable outcomes.
This is sick.
Love a good summary.
Montana lives for those summaries.
So good.
Episode 8. Oh yeah, and they just decimated another entire zone of like 11s.
Wow.
I never left the Tokyo settlement before. This is my first time.
The contrast.
Yeah, right.
Let's tell each other which boys we like from school. Then you'll probably have a lot to talk about, right, Ms. President? Who can say? Nina, it's all right. There are lots of Britannian tourists at Lake Kawaguchi, so security's fine. Don't be afraid. It's not the ghettos. Yes, but we'll be with you the whole time. We won't leave your side for a second.
They're so detached, they're literally afraid of them.
Yeah.
Because, like, have we seen a single Japanese person do anything wrong here?
No.
No.
As of now, this place will be our hideout. So,
Okay, so he's gonna get to know them.
Okay.
good idea. Yes, we're comrades after all.
Holy cow! So what is this, huh?
Do you mind if I ask how you came by this?
I borrowed it from a rather libertine nobleman who indulges my
Whoa.
You asked for it? Just like
Yeah.
Tesla
Don't
trucks.
worry, no strings attached.
He just Geassed the person and took their vehicle.
Hey, can I have this?
Expect us in something like this.
It's even got a TV.
How are things looking at the scene?
Huh?
I'm
What's
here
this?
in front of the Lake Kawaguchi Convention Center Hotel. The hotel jackers have identified themselves as the Japan Liberation
A
Front.
hotel jacker?
The Sakura-
Wait, Lake Kawaguchi. I think that's where all the girls were going.
I'm
What's
here
this?
in front of the Lake Kawaguchi Convention Center Hotel.
Kawaguchi.
Mm-hmm.
The hotel jackers have identified themselves as the Japan Liberation Front.
What's happening?
Members of the Sakuradite allocation meeting, most notably Chairman James, were taken hostage, as well as several tourists and hotel employees. This footage was taken by the perpetrators.
Feels like it's
Terrorizing
staged.
Chairman James, including some students.
From the student council.
Or maybe not.
Yeah.
The leader of the group claims
Oh
to be
god, they're in there.
the now defunct Japanese military.
Imbecile!
Sakuradite,
Oh, it is them,
essential
just
component
not
to the
acting in
manufacture
unison.
of high-temperature superconductors is a vital strategic resource that directly affects world security. Area.
I gotta hear that again.
Imbecile!
Sakuradite, an essential component in the manufacture of high-temperature
Sakuradite.
superconductors, is a vital strategic resource that directly affects world security.
I bet it's how they make this other
London
ones.
is the largest producer
Yeah.
of this material, providing 70% of the
Of
world's
course.
total supply.
Of course, that's why they got. Wow.
Meeting of Sakuradite producers
A financial
determined how
reason.
This resource will be distributed among the world's nations.
Oh my god.
Exaggeration to say that the outcome determines the balance of global power between Britannia and other countries.
Goodness gracious.
Believe that the
It's a
terrorists
big
are
deal.
using world interest in the annual gathering to their advantage by carrying out this violent
To get a
hotel
spotlight.
This stand we're taking is for the freedom of Japan and our countrymen. Even though you are not soldiers, you are still Britannians. You are the ones who rule and oppress us. Sit still, be quiet, and you'll be fine. If you don't...
Lulu.
So they made their move.
They're easily the biggest anti-Britannian force in Japan. And now they're...
Okay.
These were the
Maybe.
I don't know whether to feel happy or sad.
these were
about
the
that.
okay. These were the people that were arguing with the other guy who was like, "Dang, why'd you do this?" Or like with the Japanese flag behind him. They were arguing like the group that took over the hotel back when the initial Shinjuku thing happened was like, "Hey, we should go help them. They're actually doing something." And he was like, "No, you shouldn't. It won't help." And
Right.
now they're saying, "Oh, they probably took over this hotel because their pride was hurt because we did something while they didn't."
Gotcha.
So they're essentially jumping the gun a little bit
Okay.
without getting the rest of the Liberation Front together.
Gotcha.
If you don't...
Lulu.
I don't know whether to feel happy or sad about that, because they're all gonna end up dead.
Rivel.
Lelouch,
This is Lelouch. Please leave a message after the beep.
what the hell's he doing at a time like this?
Because the whole student council's there.
All bridges connecting to the hotel, with the exception of the main one, have been destroyed. Our attempted approaches from the air and water have been unsuccessful. There's only one route left that will allow us to develop a possible hostage rescue plan. The main utilities tunnel running directly beneath the convention center hotel.
Oh.
Okay.
Basically, we would go in through this route, destroy the foundation block, and submerge the hotel. Since the tunnel was
Oh.
also built to handle supply deliveries,
Okay.
it should be able to accommodate Sutherland's. Even if the enemy has taken precautions, it should be no problem.
Why are they if they sink it, won't that kill the Britannians within?
Substandard weaponry, so we'll have no trouble.
Maybe there's like an air tank or something.
As expected, they're moving
Although
through
they
the
didn't seem like the kind of people to care.
They expected it.
Secondary startup. Both quad linkage legs locked. Super electromagnetic shrapnel cannon voltage confirmed.
Oh.
Whoa. Super electromagnetic. Well, I gotta hear
Shrapnel.
that again.
Shrapnel.
Quad linkage legs locked. Super electromagnetic shrapnel cannon voltage confirmed.
Super electromagnetic shrapnel cannon voltage confirmed. Dang, that's a line.
Rifles. Spread out and break their ranks.
Super electromagnetic shrapnel cannon. Fire!
Gotta say the whole name.
Every single time. Oh.
I mean, whoa. Okay, if it's that effective, then you definitely gotta say the whole name.
Success! What do you think of that, Britannian pigs?
Wiped out? It looks as though they've modified a Glasgow into a linear cannon.
Then there's no way we can break through.
Oh my goodness.
If we release the political prisoners as they demand, we
So they
can't
made
show
two
weakness
different
to
Sutherlands
terrorists.
Okay.
to hold it. Or they stole them. Wait.
No weakness to terrorists.
Princess Euphemia, she's...
Euphemia, not Euphemia. And I think that she is in the group of students, probably.
We
Okay.
can't show weakness
Maybe.
to terrorists.
Princess Euphemia, she's...
Yes, I know.
Thus far, it appears that none of them have discovered that fact. If they learn that Princess Euphemia is among the hostages, they'll undoubtedly use her as a bargaining chip.
Oh boy.
She'll be there just to observe, although she isn't registered along with the other guests.
She's in disguise. Oh, still,
Undercover.
Still has it.
Yes,
Okay.
I understand. I'll do well this time. I'll try to look out for him, but I'm not his guardian.
Okay.
Who is she talking to?
With the rescue operation?
I've already asked them, but
I
we're
need to
in a
know
regular
more.
unit and they don't acknowledge our chain of command.
It's too risky to entrust the operation to an 11, is that right?
Yet I'm sure you're aware that Princess Cornelia is very discriminating about Britannians and numbers.
So the Japanese still aren't being accepted enough into your structure.
If that were true, then what point would there be in even having an honorary Britannian system?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Where do you want this?
Over there, by the driver's
Well,
seat.
no, to stop people from complaining.
Yep.
She was only sightseeing. Shirley is still a student, but these criminals act indiscriminately. Savages. I want to know if my daughter's all right. She hasn't done anything wrong.
All he's asking
We need to organize before we fight them again. It's too soon, though. We're not ready. But we can't just sit here and do nothing either. Knowing Cornelia, she'll sacrifice the hostages.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she make her move?
Yikes.
She's not making a move because of...
She can't.
Because he called it. I think he's understanding that Euphemia's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, there will be no reason to keep those Britannians alive.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
Hey, Zero, I found these. Should I hand them out to everyone? I mean, as far as gear goes, it looks pretty hip, but we're just a resistance group, so...
Wrong. We're not a resistance group. Is that clear?
Well, then what are we?
What we are.
An army?
We're trying to be
The Black Knights.
Knights for justice.
All right.
Those teenage
Whoa.
hostages are friends of yours from school, aren't they? They're still negotiating, so let's not give up hope.
I have faith in the system. I prefer the logic of systems to individualist emotions.
Clearly.
Oh, really?
What are they going to do to him?
Don't do it.
I'm just gonna push him. Wow.
Our demands have gone unanswered. Therefore, we will throw one hostage from the roof every 30 minutes until our terms are
Holy
met.
shit.
Oh my god.
For the sake of the hostages, negotiations better be in good faith.
And if they randomly choose Euphemia, they're gonna have to take drastic action.
Yeah.
Forget it. If you give in to their conditions,
But also, we do have to comment on him saying, I prefer the logic of systems to individual emotion. Like, you can't live by that.
Yeah.
Because systems are not always right. And then again, and you can't always only live by human emotion, because sometimes...
There's got to be balance.
Yes.
It's all balance.
Yeah.
For now, we could negotiate just to get the women and children out.
forget it. If you give in to their conditions even once, then you're simply legitimizing terrorism.
Then do we use force?
We would pursue that course of action after we secure the safety of Princess Euphemia.
One point of weakness for her.
Received a message from Zero.
What?
Maybe this will give Zero the edge. That's why he's moving in.
What was Gibson doing all the while?
He said that when he realized what was happening, it was too late.
Huh. Then where's Van 3 now?
Driving straight toward the military?
Huh?
We confirm he's Zero. Should we open fire?
No, just stand by. We'll capture him after he's surrounded.
Hey, when Zero went off about justice earlier, what do you think he meant?
How is he not going to be shot?
First, before we find out, it seems all of our escape routes have been cut off.
I'm just wondering
What is he going to do this time? A lot
What
of people...
could the plan possibly be?
Yeah, let's take a guess before this, but also I want to say the first time that Lelouch or Zero, like, saved Suzaku, people in the comments kept saying it was Zero's first miracle.
Okay.
So I feel like this might be the second
Another one
miracle.
of them. Potentially it could be strategic to like fight the enemy in a situation where like everything's kind of chaotic and moving and sinking.
Yeah. Like maybe, yeah. I could definitely, yeah, it's a good idea.
Like I literally, like I
can't think of what he can do?
Like not really, like I'm really coming up empty.
My thought is he's gonna Geass somebody, but who would be the most beneficial person to Geass here? Maybe he'll attempt to Geass one of the Japanese insurgent forces and get them to change their plan to getting Euphemia? I don't know.
Interesting.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Miracle number 2, potentially. I mean, to get out of here would be a miracle.
Oh, so you want the whole world to see where we hide out, huh?
Point taken.
I don't know about this Zero character. You sure
Outfits are pretty cool.
Very cool.
Looks shifty to me. But if anything goes wrong, I'll do something about it.
The other thing is, Lelouch said they're Knights of Justice now, so what does that mean?
How is that different?
Much as I'd love to get you back right here and now, you're more useful to me alive. If you do what I predict, I won't need to use my Geass.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we meet again, Zero. Are you a member of the Japan Liberation Front?
He could Geass her right now.
But in front of everyone.
Our concerns take priority over yours at the moment. And so for the death of my half-brother Clovis, I shall take my revenge right here.
Cornelia, which would you choose? Clovis, who is dead, or Euphemia, who is alive? My suspicions confirmed.
Called it.
First task at hand is completed. You haven't changed, dear sister. You've always doted on sweet little...
He is related.
Okay.
That's why you won't take aggressive action. Your emotions are getting in the way.
This is what I was thinking. They have to be related. They all have the same dad.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I said that I'm able to rescue her.
Zero, you say?
Yes, sir.
How is that gonna happen?
I mean, if Cornelia is helping him, he can get to the front door.
Okay.
And look right at and Geass somebody. Dang. Wow.
The Japan Liberation Front will accept me as their ally.
Another thing I want to say is that with all these siblings, he's said mainly the thing he's upset about is how all the siblings fight each other to see who gets to be the next heir.
Yeah.
So like, he's going to take every opportunity he can to take down his siblings, I feel like. But apparently not Euphemia, because apparently, I mean, she doesn't really do the bad stuff, yeah.
Either the Japan Liberation Front will accept me as their ally, or they're going to treat me as nothing more than a nuisance. In any event, I highly doubt that they can't resist the temptation of meeting the infamous Zero. We shall see.
Because he did do something good for them.
Yeah.
Took down Clovis.
All the operation's preliminary conditions have been cleared.
So he just strolled straight through everybody. Wow.
By letting Zero
Good
go
move.
in, we can buy some time before the next hostage is executed. We can hit them both at the same time.
Wonderful! I want to thank you for that lovely order. They said you've got the green light, Lancelot.
He's excited.
Charge right into that linear cannon in the tunnel.
Very excited.
Using him as a decoy to make an opening for them?
Yep, seems like they'll use the confusion to send in the royal guard.
Seems like, but
That's so fucked up.
So White Knight against the Black Knights.
Okay.
If Lancelot and I are needed, and we're able to give the hostages an opportunity to be saved, then I'll do it. Even if it means being a decoy.
Okay, of course. Suzaku has no regard for himself. He just believes in a bigger image and
Like
hopes
it's the
it'll
right
happen.
thing to do, so he's just gonna do it.
Yeah.
According to Prime Search, the hostages are located.
The animation was crazy the last time.
Right.
Locked inside a food storage room. Once on site, you will destroy the foundation block and submerge the building. The area where
Oh my
the hostages
goodness.
should hold out for 8 minutes. Hostage rescue and mop up of the terrorists will be
Oh.
handled by other units. You
The
will be
chaos,
using
they'll
the
have
bears
8
to
minutes.
destroy the foundation. Set the impact rail to anti-material level 3.
The only variable in this is that pesky linear cannon waiting for you in the
Wow.
Yeah, how is he going to take down the cannon?
Lancelot will only have a 47.8% evasion rate.
Are we really going
Is it like a damage the trigger situation? Because he can't stop it. He can just make it unusable.
That'll be unacceptable.
Before it's too late. Understood, sir.
I bet he can use the shielding too.
President Anita and I are going
Yeah,
to
that
Lake
makes sense.
Kawaguchi on Sunday. Want to join us?
Sorry.
Literally asked him to go.
You do? Too bad, but I guess that can't be helped then.
But thank you for inviting me. I hope all of you have a great time.
12 minutes to
Oh, here we
operation
go.
start. Commencing countdown.
This is kind of a cool setup.
Yeah.
What did you say? Not 11s! We're Japanese, damn it!
Yes, we're aware of that. Just lay off of her.
Then correct her!
Fine, we'll correct her.
How dare you speak like that to me? You three, come with me to the next room and I'll teach you a real lesson.
Oh boy.
I said get up now!
Stop it!
Oh
God.
And Euphemia's.
I demand you take me to your leader right now. Understand?
Oh no.
Oh.
Now they'll know.
Please. You're addressing Euphemia Libertania,
Oh.
princess of the Britannian Empire. Are you all right, young lady? You haven't been hurt. No.
Like I understand the anger of Japanese people, but
Yeah.
Reveal your real face to us. It's disrespectful not to.
I understand, but before I do, I'd like to ask you something. What exactly do you hope to accomplish by this action?
Gain attention. I want this country and the world to know that the Japanese
attention's a pretty terrible thing to say. Yeah.
Right.
People are obsolete. There's no saving you.
What?
Yes, all of them.
Explain what you mean by that, Zero.
ME boost.
Lancelot now launching.
Whoa.
Reaction confirmed. One enemy nightmare. It moves twice as fast as the others.
So what? It'll end up like the rest.
All right. A bigger gun.
Also, this is the voice of Keith Chavez from.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He's kind of a legend in the anime community.
Really?
Dang.
Oh my goodness.
About earlier for the lieutenant colonel to see. She claims that she's
Wait. What's the decoy going for the gold? Sorry, I'm confused. Oh my god.
I warned you about this line.
Holy shit.
Decoy is going for the gold.
Oh, he wants this to go save people.
No, it's all real for him.
radioed about earlier for the Lieutenant Colonel to see. She claims that she's Princess Euphemia.
Zero! There's no point talking anymore!
Die?
I think.
Can he just die?
I think.
Can he just make people?
He says that kind of every time he does it. It seems like that's like a condition of it. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, there's no. Yeah, we can't turn subtitles on for this.
Colonel to see. She claims that she's Princess Euphemia.
Zero! There's no point talking anymore!
Maybe he did say die. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
But now he has control of them, all of them.
Oh.
Calm yourselves. The Colonel and the others committed suicide when they realized how meaningless this operation was. Euphemia.
Oh my god. It was die.
Holy shit.
You haven't changed.
So that confirms that she's actually a good leader in his mind.
Yes. At the rate it's going, it'll break through soon.
Do we dare hold out hope?
Oh my god. Yeah, the shielding.
Wow. Yeah.
That thing broke through salvo number 5. I can't believe it.
Just don't panic. Deploy the quad-link free fire arm gun. Batteries too. We'll shield his final defense with our lives.
Mr. Seal,
Let's see how long the name of this weapon is. The Varus.
There's no room for me to evade. I'll risk getting blasted to take the first shot.
Oh boy.
Why, you stinking son of a...
I heard that you're the Sub-Viceroy now, Your Highness. Princess Euphemia Le Britannia.
It's not an appointment.
Wait, who is pointing guns at them? Sorry, there's so many details that are happening. Who is pointing guns at them?
Why, you stinking son of a...
Is that other Britannian?
We don't know.
The Britannians probably followed him in.
It's not an appointment I'm happy with.
No. That's because Clovis was murdered. That was my handiwork. He begged pathetically for his life to the very end. He pleaded with the same tongue that ordered the deaths of 11s.
So is
Yeah.
that the reason why you killed my brother?
He was a monster.
Yeah.
Then why?
Because Clovis was an offspring of the Britannian Emperor. That reminds me. You're one of his children too, aren't you?
Oh god.
He's not gonna do it.
Give a damn if it destroys the guns. Be prepared to die
Oh.
defending this spot. Smash him!
He didn't even say the gun name.
That's how
Whoa.
you know it's really. Oh my god.
Look at this. Dunzo. And that blew a hole in the tunnel, probably.
Yeah.
It's the 11.
The 11.
Whoa. He got it. He's hitting the foundation.
Scary.
Wow, so now it's just sinking into the lake.
All right.
She's impressed.
She didn't see that one coming.
Nope, because she's racist.
The white nightmare from before.
And he had those placed there. Oh, that's what the other Black Knights were doing. That's who was pointing the
they
guns.
were putting the. Gotcha. Okay.
Wait, what the fuck just happened?
The white nightmare from before.
Okay, so he blows up the building.
And then goes back in.
Wait, no, he didn't blow it up. That was Lelouch.
Zero took
Well then, let's hope we pick up a signal from them.
What are you doing, Zero? Wasn't that part of your plan? To show us something?
Yeah, what's his plan? Did he save any?
These clouds are beautiful.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh. When the angle makes it look small, they just look like toys.
Yeah. Do they? They gotta be. They're alive.
Yeah.
I failed. Not again.
Because the Black Knights probably got them out.
Mm-hmm.
We've got it.
My dear Britannians, have no fear. All of the hostages from the hotel are safe and sound. I, Zero, return them to you unharmed.
They're fine.
So he doesn't even agree with the Japanese liberation.
Mm-mm.
If we attack
The front.
those
They're like,
people,
Right,
they'll
yeah.
become your hostages, won't they?
He's taking. Whoa.
Fear us or rally behind us as you see fit. We are the
Interesting.
The Black Knights.
Okay.
Ironic, isn't it? The terrorists referring to themselves as knights?
We of the Black Knights stand with all those who have no weapons to wield, regardless of whether they be 11s or Britannians. The Japan Liberation Front cowardly took innocent Britannian civilians hostage and mercilessly executed them. It was a wanton and meaningless act. Therefore, they have been punished.
You heard me right. I said let it run. Liable? I'll be the one responsible for this.
Just as former Viceroy Clovis was
He says now.
in the slaughter of countless unarmed 11s, we could not stand by and allow such cruelty to be carried out, and so we made him pay for his actions. I will not repudiate battle on a fair and level field, but neither will I tolerate a one-sided massacre of the weak by the strong. The only ones
right.
who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed. Wherever oppressors abuse their power by attacking those who are powerless, we shall appear again. No matter how mighty, how formidable our foe may be.
Knights for justice.
So they'll just keep showing up and doing these miracles.
All right.
Fear us.
Wow.
Without it, rally behind us. We,
This is how we'll get the nation.
shall be the ones who stand in judgment of this world.
All right.
Wow. What an episode.
Oh, I'm like,
That was amazing.
Okay.
So he separated himself from the Japanese Liberation Front and is now just fighting for justice. And for people.
All right.
Wow. What do you think?
That's a change I didn't quite see coming because so much of it was like, I mean, just like nationalism, you know?
Yeah.
Like removing it entirely is a very cool choice.
There's something about something new and fresh.
It sounds stupid and obvious to say, but like the fewer limitations you put on being part of a group, the bigger your group is going to be. Starting the change process.
Yep, and now if you're against them, you're against justice.
Exactly.
And that is an amazing place to leave it. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait, want to go ahead and see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended 10 to 15 minute extra long forms. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Question 1. Ricardo da Silva asks, despite his belief that one cannot change the world without becoming a monster, LELOUCH'S Black Knights sell themselves as the defenders of justice and fight against Japanese terrorists. Do you think this was a morality-based decision for LELOUCH or a propaganda-based one?
Yeah, I think it was propaganda. I think it was there's no way you're going to be able to accomplish what he wants to accomplish if you're going around telling people, hey, we suck. You know, like there has to be a component of like, you have to have public support, and his narrative for himself personally is not going to get that kind of support.
Yeah, and I think it's also a thing of timing where when he first met this rebel group, he was like, do what I say, whatever. And then he faced a loss and was like, oh, I need to do this instead.
Exactly.
Like if he'd done this at first, it would have been a lot more of a, oh, maybe you don't have to be a monster. But the fact that it was a direct, the next episode after he said, crap, I need an army. It's not the best of intentions, but you know what? The impact is better.
Yeah.
It saved people and is turning around the perception. And he also said, my precious Britannian people, about the people he saved. Like truly, he's altering the perception from like a Japanese terrorist to a defender of justice, which I think it's definitely a PR move.
It's a fantastic rebrand.
Yes, exactly. And I bet that it's going to work wonders for him. All right, let's go to question 2. Dowlor Badlands asks, did it catch you off guard that a Britannian royal would put herself in danger for commoners?
Yes, that did catch me off guard just because very few royals are like that.
Yeah,
like,
Euphemia is definitely a unique type of royal, like the one that's would actually be a good leader. Like I feel like sometimes I'm trying to, there's gotta be like kind of like Historia. You know what, she reminds me a lot of Historia.
Yeah,
kind of like this, like I wonder if she ends up being a badass somehow, because Historia was kind of presented in that way.
Yeah.
But if it like standing up for what you believe in regardless of your own safety is something that's noble if a commoner does it, but doing it as a noble, like it's annoying because your brain wants to go, well, okay, let's not give them extra props just because they have a high state of office. But in this situation, like if you're in a terrorist takeover, and instead of like it wasn't like they were like, everybody's gonna die unless they give us the princess. It was like 3 people were gonna get roughed up, and she was like, I'm giving up my life to save them.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty noble.
It definitely is. And like another component of it is like, yeah, you don't want to praise the bare minimum, and like it's the same for 2 people to like sacrifice themselves for a cause, but when you have so much more to lose and you decide anyway, that I think there are a lot of people who would fight for that kind of thing if they were not in a good position, who if they were transplanted into like a good position, they would no longer want to fight and would maybe actively go against it. Yeah, so that's
what
very cool of her.
kind of doing a little bit. But yeah, I think it's very noble, and I'm excited to see more of her character and if she'll like side with Zero now.
Yeah.
We'll see, but let's go to our final question. All right, final question. Raul Iggy Nisho asks, we can surmise that Cornelia's answer to the trolley problem is save Yuffie over multiple strangers. Is it ethical for a commander in an army to save one person you know over multiple people you don't know? Yeah, it was unexpected too.
I mean, part of the reason that the trolley problem is so complicated is when you start like adding different components, like is it the 1 or the 5, but the 1 is a family member. Having a situation where it's 1 or 5, but the 1 has like the key to figure, or like
one of them has a utility that's required,
has a really critical value to the group, not necessarily in a way that's like
saving Aang over saving 3 like waterbending soldiers.
Exactly. Like, it's sad, and it's not that their lives aren't as valuable as a life, but it's not like it's, oh, this is like an easier, it's still such a heavy decision. But I think especially in a war type situation where the one person you save has the potential to save thousands more, then it's not really a 1 versus 5, it's a 5 versus 1,000, and then it's tough.
It's a hard moral question, but it's interesting that Cornelia chose the latter as opposed to saving as many people as possible when she explicitly stated last episode, I want to lose as few people as possible. Like, I don't know.
It could be like a long-term thing though.
That's true.
Like at the end of the day.
Yes, but it's clear she has a soft spot for Euphemia.
Yeah.
That's why Lelouch did this whole plan and why it worked.
Right, yeah. No.
So I think, like, that's why she let Lelouch through. She could have gotten Lelouch, had him dead to rights, but he was like, I can help Euphemia. And then she was like, okay.
All right.
So that's giving a lot. Like, she kept saying, like, we can't negotiate. Like, we can't, like, tangentially, like, approve terrorism. And then she was like, go for it. Like, I feel like it's going to show that there is a way to get through the seemingly impenetrable exterior of the Sutherland that Cornelia pilots.
Yeah,
but that's about it for this episode. I'm so excited to see what keeps happening. I mean, this show is just so good and so packed with lore and amazing allusions to stuff that we get excited about.
Yeah.
Can't wait to learn more about the Geass, but that's about it. Are we excited for episode 9?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.